All right. So look, this one does involve religion, but this is not anti-religious. Not at all. And predominantly, the way I feel, you believe in God. Okay, fine. I have a problem with the belief in God. I have a problem with religion because those two things can't coexist. And this is something that just might scare you. Not that part, but well, there's a chance, and I know this is going to turn a lot of people off. I know, but I'm asking you to give me this little chance. There is a chance, and it's messed up. Atheists, we don't subscribe to the belief or faux knowledge of heaven and hell, purgatory, and all that. We just don't. Me personally, I would like to think in different terms of something thereafter, just not that. There's a chance that religious people will never go to heaven or hell. Could never go. An atheist might get an easy one-way ticket there. And this is going on your scripture, your beliefs, your own rhetoric. This is, and I'm not going to sit here and pull out some Bible verses and stuff like that, like mythicists and whatnot do. I want to go on what you all say. You all talk about free will. God gave you free will. God wakes you up. God gives you the power to do this and that. Okay, I'm serious. Let's go with that. I think for the moment, atheists need to just go with that, right? For this scenario, for this moment in time, let's go with that. God gave you free will. He's all powerful. He gave you free will. Okay. Here's the issue. Okay. Here's the issue. God gave you free will and you are choosing to not go with it. You see what I'm saying? Just think about it. Your whole life. Just do a small self-reflection. I'm not telling you how to be. I'm not telling you how to think. I just want you to reflect on your own personal history. How many times have you said it yourself or heard it? A certain age group don't act like this. A woman shouldn't behave or think like, or a man shouldn't behave or think like. People of this congregation or whatnot should not do, should not act, should not speak in a certain way or manner. So in order to fit in with that group, you have to not do you. And I'm just saying, I'm not saying you're a bad person. Let's say you're a really great, nice, harm reductive type person. You're innocuous. You just want to live your life and don't hurt anybody at all. People be onto themselves. But you surrender your free will to behave and act like somebody else tells you to. So literally, the number one thing God gave you, you give up to behave in the manner someone tells you. Is the way you're going to behave bad? They just don't like it. It don't mean what you was going to do was bad, but you have to act a certain way. And now, let's just say plain old belief in God. People who are atheists tend to either, and it's very few, and they start off with anger towards the religion. Anger. But then the great majority of atheists, they just simply read the Bible or they grew up being controlled and they got sick of it. They got sick of being told who they could be friends with. They got sick and tired of being told how they had to behave. People like to say, I'm not a robot, I'm not a drone, I'm not a clone, I'm not an NPC. But people in and out of religion make sure they want you to be that way. So an atheist has come to the conclusion, I don't have the evidence. I can't see the point of it. I don't subscribe to that. I'm done. That's what, in general, atheists do. And the believers, the worshipers and whatnot, they're the ones, well, if you don't believe, you're going to hell. If you don't believe, you can't be a part of this house. If you don't believe, you can't be in this family. If you don't believe, you can't go to this church. You can't be a part of this second family. You see? So you got to surrender your free will to be a part of something. So you're not ostracized and thrown out, kicked out, beat down or whatnot. So what if God sees that as the true blight? It's not about just believing in God, but it's believing in God of your own free will. That you believe because you have your own evidence, not because you were told to believe. Not because you were forced to believe. Not because if you didn't believe, there would be dire consequences. Just think back to your own personal life. You know what has been said. You know what has been done. And if you have the ability, thou shalt not lie. If you have the ability to lie to yourself, not me, you're not lying to me, you're lying to yourself of your own history. Because I'm not asking for a confession. I'm just saying you know what your history is. And if you can lie or make excuses for it, then you're already breaking a commandment. If the truth will set you free, it's not setting you free maybe of the Bible or anything. Just setting you free of being controlled so you can actually believe in God of your own free will. And I think that's really, I just wanted to bring that up because that's scary. Think about that. You know, you can't go to heaven because you didn't believe of your own free will. You believed out of fear. You believed out of force. Did you ever really believe, or you just too scared to not say it? What's up? What's going on? Where atheists would just be yanked into heaven because, well, you didn't believe in me, but you did it of your own free will. So here's your reward. That's scary. Just think about it, okay? So I ain't saying don't believe. I'm just saying look at the church. Think of how you're being controlled. Is that how you want to live your life? Because if we got freedom of choice, we got free will. If you're not hurting anybody, then why can't you do it? Pick up a board game, a coloring book. You're an adult. You're not supposed to do certain things. If it's not hurting you or anyone else, do it. Enjoy this one life you have and believe in God the way you want. That's really all is to it. Ciao.